Congratulations, well done. And I really was happy to hear her say that she's coming to Allen to get her undergrad and her graduate degree. My next award goes to the person that we feel is the most quiet. For 6 whole weeks they were quiet. And I just want to let you know that this year I had about 2 or 3 who could have won that award. And I'm pretty good. I can get everybody to talk. But I struggle with this one. My most quiet award goes to Miss Emerald. Emerald's my second child in the family. I had her sister last year. And I kept telling her, Emerald, you gotta talk to me more. Only in this last week did we really start talking more. Beautiful young lady. I'm gonna save this one till last. One more. My next award was actually a tie. This award was for the people that we felt were the most cheerful every morning. You know, some people wake up and they're just morning people, and some of us have to have a couple cups of coffee first. But this was a tie, and the most cheerful award goes to Miss Khalees Scott and Mr. Andrew Walker. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, baby. My next award, this was a difficult award to give out also. I immediately had like 5 people on my list when I looked at it. But again, it was student selection. And they were right. Any of the 5 they chose could have won. But this year's award for most talkative goes to Capria. Thank you, Miss Capria. Capria would always say, not now, Capria, not now. Okay, and my last award, and I have this one every year also, and this award goes to the person in the class that we felt was the class clown. And I want to let you know that this person won it. It was still difficult, but he won and he deserved it. And this award goes to Jamil Hope. I could never figure out how everybody else around Jamil was talking and laughing, but when you look, Jamil was just sitting there. I said, I know you did it. Miss Mingo, I said, I know you did it. What did you say to make them laugh? At least he's a happy class clown. He keeps everybody in good spirits. All right, my next awards are selected by our teachers, and we selected 3 of them. And the first, let's do first last. The first award is for the person that we feel has been most eager to learn. And I just want to take my hat off to this young lady. She came in raring, ready to go and to learn. And because of your attitude, whatever goal you set in life, you will accomplish. Know that. Most eager to learn, Evelyn Marsh. Congratulations, darling. I like all those hugs I get at summer camp. Some people give me a hug every day. I just love it. Okay, and my next award goes to the person who was most improved over the course of the summer. We take a pre-test when they start in each subject. We take a post-test at the end, so they had post-test this past Tuesday. And this person was the most improved over the course of the 6 weeks, and that goes to Ramana. Congratulations, sweetie. My last award is for the person who is most likely to accomplish all of their nursing goals, and that is Miss Veldana Patrick. And Veldana, I just want to tell you that when your peers, as well as your instructors, see the same things in you, that really says something about you. So we are looking forward to you being a nurse practitioner real soon. Okay, good. She says maybe mental health, so I'm excited about that because I love mental health. Okay, next on the program is the little part where I get to do my looking back. And I just want to say, first of all, to parents and loved ones, you have wonderful, wonderful children. They are bright, they are gifted, they are talented, and I have enjoyed working with them over the course of the 6 weeks. We had a great time every day, didn't we? Even when I was fussing. They said no, that was not as much fun. Even though we had a fuss sometimes, just because we have to stay in control, they never were a bad group. They're a good group of polite, respectful children, and their abilities are tenfold. So I just want you to know that whatever goal you set for yourself in life, you can accomplish. Nobody determines who or what you will be but you. We get rid of all the excuses, and it falls right back in your lap. So whatever you want, you go for it. Shoot for the stars. If you don't make it, you'll still be with the moon, okay? I'm looking for big things from all of you, especially the one who's going to be the plastic surgeon to fix Miss Mingo up when she gets up. Okay? All right. Thank you. Give my students a round of applause. I'd like to ask my teachers if any of them would like to have a word. They're all looking at me like, no. Let me just introduce them to you again. I'm going to have them stand. Miss Emily teaches math for us every morning at 11. Miss Dana Wetter-King could not be here today, but she teaches study skills and ACT class and all those wonderful things. Miss Martinez teaches anatomy, and she Miss Martinez has been here with me since the very first summer camp. I am so grateful for Miss Martinez, don't you leave me. And then this year I got to add an administrative assistant. And let me tell you, looking back, I don't know how we did it for 3 years without him. We are so grateful to you, Mr. Michael Robinson. And then my right hand, and the person who keeps me grounded and makes sure that I finish everything I start and don't leave 10 fires going at the same time, Miss Peace. Peace is a student here at the Allen College of Nursing, and she's worked with me for 2 summers. And I was a little late getting on the bus to go to, I think, the trip to the Mental Health Institute the first day, because I was searching for a custodian, because we get Subway when we go on long tours, so we could take our boxes on the bus and eat. So I'm running all over the building searching for garbage bags, and I couldn't find them, so I thought, we're just going to have to carry those boxes off when we leave, and those pop cans and everything, because we don't leave anything dirty wherever we go, do we? No. We are the model people. We take care of the stuff you entrust us with. And so finally I came on the bus. They have been waiting for me for about 6 or 7 minutes, and I came on the bus and I said, I can't find garbage bags, so you will be taking those boxes with you and those pop cans, and we'll get them off the bus when we get off. And Peace said, you know I'm your right hand. I got them. You should have asked me. Come right on in. I said, thank you so much, Peace. So that's kind of how we go. Now, without further ado, I'm going to bring your graduation speaker to you. He is the director of the Human Rights Commission for Waterloo, Reverend Abraham Funches.
Thank you, Professor Mingo. And I just want to take a moment to say congratulations again to the graduates 2015 and their parents. Can we all give them a hand? I'm always happy when I come to Allen College. I'm very thankful for Dr. Durham. And of course, I'm very appreciative for the special invite that comes from Professor Mingo. We have an enduring friendship, and I'm grateful for it. I don't want to take too much of your time today, but I certainly hope to share a few encouraging words with you because this is a very special event in your lives, obviously, as you embark on a world of difference. Even as we look at your class, it's an eclectic group of people over there, and that is a powerful thing to see. And as we look across the room even, we see a lot of diversity. And I think this is good because it speaks about the world into which you're preparing to go into, the world in which you will eventually begin to serve in a very real way. And the experiences that you gain now are certainly experiences that you're going to take into the marketplace. Over the last several months, we have seen a lot of change. And I just want you to think about this with me for a second. And this is the world that these graduates are preparing themselves to go into, whether they're ready or not. We just, for instance, witnessed the assassination of a state official, Clementa Pinckney, and an absolute massacre of 9 persons at Mother Emanuel down in North Charleston, South Carolina. We just saw the resurgence and continue to witness this resurgence of public support for the Confederate flag all over this nation, a flag representing treason, deep-seated racial animosity or animus, division, and hatred. We've just witnessed the killing of National Guardsmen in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It was just on yesterday. The continual decimation of sacred life by groups known as ISIS, ISO, Boko Haram. The slow and painful death of those in Nuba, Sudan. It is known as the Great Monstrosity that, quite frankly, many of us don't even know about yet. But then there have been some positive things that have happened over the last several months too, and so let's highlight those. There's a renewed attention given to those who are languishing in our prisons and in our jails all across this nation. There was a public display of love and forgiveness and resilience by the families of those affected by the Mother Emanuel massacre. The kind of love and affection and forgiveness that we have not seen in quite some time. Senator Grassley, who is the head of the Senate Judiciary Committee, is making some concessions. He's compromising. Someone who has been known to be tough on crime is actually coming to the recognition that something must be done to reform criminal justice as we know it. The Supreme Court upheld the Affordable Care Act, and this means that millions more people will have access to quality health care. And then, of course, there's some other things that I just wanted to make note of, but Serena Williams clearly is emerging as one of the greatest athletes of all times. I mean, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, scientific breakthrough. It took 9 years to travel some 3 billion years, but now we've got close-up pictures of a planet, quasi-planet Pluto. 9 years to travel there, and it could have traveled for several years more. And then, of course, there's talk of a disarmament treaty with Iran, and there are ongoing discussions there. What's the point? The point is this. The point is that you are beginning to go into a world that's continually evolving. And with some 7 billion people on the planet, the world is going to continue to change, and you have the opportunity to be a difference maker. And so we hope to equip you with just these thoughts. One, you want to approach life with a can-do attitude. With a can-do attitude. I remember once where there was a man who had a pond that was filled with alligators and crocodiles. As a matter of fact, you know they were there because they were snapping and the water was moving all over the place. And the guy announced, he said, look, if anybody can cross from that side of the pond to this side of the pond, I give you whatever you want. All you have to do is ask. Before you could even finish his statement, there was a splash in the water. Somebody was swimming from that side over there to this side over here where the man came. And he hustled. You could tell that he was not only graceful, but he was moving with an energy that was hard to explain. But he eventually made it without being eaten by any of the alligators or the crocodiles. And when he got on the side with the gentleman said, man, I can't believe you actually jumped in there so quickly. What a can-do attitude you had. Well, as I said, I will give you anything that you want. What would you like since you successfully completed the quote-unquote mission? And he said, as he was gasping for breath, I just want to know who pushed me in there. Now, that might not be the best example of a can-do attitude when you're forced into something. But the point is that you have to have a can-do attitude in order to make it in this day's world and society. Keep in mind, I see a lot of complaints all the time with respect to employment and housing discrimination down in my office at Human Rights Commission. And it just makes me wonder sometimes what is really going on out here in community. The reality is that when you talk to professionals, regardless of what field that you're talking about, these professionals will always tell you that they are very excited to work with individuals who have a can-do attitude. Sometimes you don't have to be the brightest of the group. Sometimes you don't have to be the smartest, but you have to be the individual that knows how to get along with people. You have to be able to look, with a bright prospect about what tomorrow might bring. You have to have something in you that speaks to being able to work with others who are different from you. So please, remember to approach life with a can-do attitude. It's a difference maker. 2, the fires will come. Let there be no mistake about it. The reason why I started with some of these things that have transpired over the last several months or so is simply to remind you that there are some tough and difficult situations out there. Racial animus, there's a more reluctant attitude to deal with people who represent different sexual orientations all across our nation. And at some point, we have to appreciate that the world is not going to always smile at me or invite me to come in, so to speak. You have to take charge of some of this. I'm reminded, quite frankly, of a story in biblical literature about some boys who were thrown into a fiery furnace. But you have to keep in mind that with this story, they were tied up. They were bound, and they went into the fire. Now, the point is, they emerged victorious. But one of the things that we learn from that story is that sometimes it is through the fires of everyday living that we, in fact, burn off the ties, the bounds that keep us shackled. You have to go through the fiery experiences sometimes in life in order to realize your destiny and to also realize the jewel that's on the inside of you. So we shouldn't always shun the fires of everyday living. Sometimes we should almost welcome it because we have to have the can-do attitude that as I go through this, I will emerge victorious and better than I was before I went through this. And then last but not least, you've got to believe in yourself. My goodness, if you don't believe in yourself, who else should believe in you? What's the point of me believing in you if you don't believe in yourself? It's interesting that several years ago, there were people who were being killed because they wanted to read. But today it's difficult to find people who thirst after reading. It almost kills them to want to study and to show themselves approved. And we hope that this 2015 graduating class certainly doesn't have that mentality. We hope that you actually believe in yourself. One young man said today, people will come to see you at your best when they are in fact at their worst. And if you believe in yourself, there's something about that that you are able to transmit to them and make them feel a little bit better. I want to close with this, and it is the story of a young doctor who graduated from Brown University in Rhode Island. But he currently serves as doctor among the Nuba people. This is the monstrosity that I mentioned earlier that is taking place right now, the greatest monstrosity that people are not really aware of. These people are dying. There are bombs falling over their villages, whatever the case might be, every day. They go inside of caves that are infected by poisonous cobras in order to try to escape what's happening from above. And oftentimes children are witnessed dying as shrapnel goes into their brains and split their heads wide open. Either they're so badly burned that their beautiful dark skins are punctuated with white flesh all over their bodies, or sometimes on certain sides of their bodies because of what had just transpired. And this doctor, who graduated from Brown University, makes about $347 every month, when he could be making so much more, obviously, if he was in a more capitalist society. But he chose to be there. And when he was interviewed as to why he chose to serve among the Nuba people, the way he was doing, he's like one doctor for every 300,000 patients. He said that he wanted to be there because he realized that he's giving something back to them. He believes in himself, he's comfortable with who he is, he likes who he is in his own skin, but in a world of difference, he has resolved to somehow work this out for a little while longer, because he can see the difference that he's making in the lives of all of these people that come to him and look at him, quite frankly, as the Christ, because he's a healer. He makes the blind to see. He makes the lame to walk. He sometimes, apparently, rather figuratively, or whatever the case might be, raises the dead. And so I just want to close with that thought, encourage you to keep pressing, to do your very best in all of the world. And look at that quote by Confucius right there in your bulletin. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential, these are the keys that will unlock the door to your personal excellence. Good luck to you.
Now we've come to the time in the program that everybody is here for. So, without further ado, we'll begin. As soon as Miss Mingo finds her classes. Now, I'm going to say in advance that the children have been my babies. That's what I call them every day. My babies have been working with me to ensure that I get the pronunciation right. But I'm just going to already say that I'm 29 now. And sometime when you get 29, you forget stuff. So I love y'all in advance, and forgive me if I mess up, even though you practiced with me so many times. Okay. So, Charles Allen. Dayan Archie. Razmira Baramovich. Okay, we're gonna do one photo so that the parents don't have to wait all day for their thank you. Yahida Burke. Ariel Campbell. Dalen Jamil Cole. Mariah Daniels. Tiara Epps. Justin Fletcher. I have to tell you this about Justin. He had surgery over the course of the summer, and he called me the morning he was released from the hospital and said, "They're about to release me now. I'm on my way." I said, "Oh, no. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how you feel." He called me the next day. "Yes, Miss Mingo, you're right. I'm tired. I'll come tomorrow." Thank goodness. But I love your enthusiasm and your wanting to be here with me. Okay. Kira Gilbert. Shakenya Grisby. Vildana Hadson. Cameron Haley. How beautiful. Amila Hadlilovich. Ramana Hochich. Dane Hurst. Jessica Inman. Isla Kudich. Marissa Leuenberger. Emerald Martinez. Evelyn Marsh. Virginia Felix Matias. Capria McGee. Amela Musich. Ariana Omanovich. Shamia O'Neill. Anna Palich. No, I ain't gonna be here tomorrow, Monday. Anna. Amra Rezik. Ella Razan. Oh, I was doing so good. So let me try again, Ella. Ella Razanovich. Jaleesa Roby. Sorry, baby. Yeah, okay. Adnan Sakarajic. Khalees Scott. Tyrese Thompson. Maisha Tyler. Maisha is also my second generation. I had her big sister last year. The first year, you're right, way back to the first year. Andrew Walker. Calicia Williams. And Tayera Y. You know, over the course of the summer, I grew to love your babies. I think they're absolutely wonderful. We want to thank you. I see something wonderful in all of them, and I am expecting great things from all of you, and I will accept no excuses for anything less. Okay? So parents, if you need some help with them, just call me. I'll give them a call. Okay? This concludes our graduation services. I want to thank you all for coming and supporting your wonderful children. They are now going to go out. They're going to march out and wait for you in the vestibule, and then they will be escorting you to our afterglow, which will be in the Barrett Forum of Barrett Hall. Thank you so much for coming.